the National Football League.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. And tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. This guy's off to an impressive 6-1 start to the new year. Then on the Dolphins side, you've got Mike McDaniel. His guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. You see the numbers on the ground a week ago for Achane. 15 carries, 56 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Again, it's Achane. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Tua sets up to pass it. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
It's a gain of 8.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Ravens.
Here's Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
Second and 6. At the Dolphins' 33-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Look at this defense. They're right around the middle of the pack, number 15 in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the number 1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The Ravens at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high. Just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games because they're doing it the way their coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum because they've been very disciplined, very focused in their business.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
180. Come on. 180.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Now 2nd and 9. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
180.
Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. A chance for us to look at this Baltimore defense again. They were able to force that 3-and-out. That led to a touchdown. Defenses obviously love 3-and-outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast, but it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see. And his throw is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Hey, look at this Baltimore defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Ravens offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's brought down. Andrews' first catch, good for a 1st down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Now Lamar changing the look. Jackson now. Makes a connection with his running back, Derrick Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Henry up the middle. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Third and goal, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Isaiah Likely, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
On his loop for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the 1st quarter.
Ravens 14.
So that drive 7 plays in length. And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A beautiful fake. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
49-yard line.
In motion is Westbrook-Ikhine. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? It's who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night. Guys have real extra pep in their step. You go with them early and often. I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
On 23-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And down he goes at the 49, a 4-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run. All right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the quarter.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Hand off to Achane to begin the drive. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Looking to pass. Tua. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Waddle, the motion man, right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
2nd and inches.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. A run straight ahead with Achane. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 111 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Running right, here's Achane. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Odafe Oweh there on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
27-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Achane. And a managed to have a break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start with a give to Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Oftentimes broken tackles are his specialties, and put another one on his tally there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. One-on-one, not likely to get him down. You need everyone else to get there and help you. I think they were signaling for you and I to jump on the pile and try and get him down, weren't they?
You don't want me out there, I promise you. Now Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Dolphins' 43-yard line.
180! No, we changed it.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 88 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Again to Henry. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 26. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 26 yards. And the Ravens have regained the lead. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Luke now for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't call him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? 36 yards on the play. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Here's Tua. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Tua going to throw. He'll dump this off to Achane. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space.
Dafe always showing off the pass rush skills.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Throwing is Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now it's Jackson. He finds his man. It's Charlie Kolar. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And able to get this out to the 25. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Play action. It's Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Derrick Henry. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 121 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Hard throw, incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
Now Tua. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Travis Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Odafe Oweh able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. The visitors' offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And he's run well here the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And the busy night for Henry continues. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
He's brought down at the 37-yard
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd down and 3. They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his left. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
A gain of 40 yards. And a Raven first down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is Henry. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
2nd and 7. Jackson now. Man, and he hits him in stride. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains, Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. That time a 6-play drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
In motion is Westbrook-Ikhine. To a hit, and the ball is out. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Up the middle, Achane. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Miami. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And they will take over 1st and 10. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Play action. Now Jackson steps away. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
The 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
At the 18-yard line, a 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. Here's second and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. They shakes him off. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
No, we changed it.
Oh, he fakes the spike. But it's not going to work. He'll go down, and they got him. Kenneth Grant brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Now Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Now it's Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They begin with Henry. Nowhere to go that time. Might have got a yard up to the 25.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Henry up the middle. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Henry again on 2nd down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Down right around the 25. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. They'll come up 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Jackson. Crossing route, he finds Likely. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. On his loop for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll give this to a chance. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Off the edge and right to the ball that time was Kyle Van Noy.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Nnamdi Madubuike, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Oh, and that is incomplete. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Dolphins are lining up for a
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone, and a two-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game.
Dolphins 32.
Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the two-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in a two-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Alpha, sit on. 180. To what?
Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Second down, they go again with Henry. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll run it again with Henry. They'll get this down to the 38. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 32. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
On target to his man, Likely. And he will be out of bounds with a first down as they will have a 1st and goal on the other side of the 2-minute warning.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Henry. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Jackson to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Henry.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
That flag, that'll push him back 5.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this one is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
This is 1st and 10. Now Tua gets this to Waller. Here comes second down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Tua.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Go ahead.
Tua.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
The clock reading 40 seconds. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing Tua.
Powering his way forward. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
And down to just 21 seconds now as he spikes it to stop the clock.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Tua to throw.
This is caught. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Dolphins 39.
So 15 ticks remaining as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game,